for a while, but you got the job done. Must be delighted.
Yeah, I think obviously we saw that last year. I think semi-finals bring out sort of the best in teams and also a little bit of unpredictability, and I think that's what we were in the first half. We were pretty erratic, and we didn't do what we do really well. So I think we'll learn from that. And again, it's only that second tough challenge of the season, so the girls are learning a lot about themselves as a group, and we took longer than we'd like to take control of the game, but we did it, and we're off to Wembley, so we'll take that.
Once you cut the errors out sort of early in the second half, you managed to show what you're all about?
Yeah, I think the errors, the 7 tackle sets, and on the back of them sets we were giving away penalties, so we just weren't in control, and we spoke a lot about that before the game, but the girls are only human, and I think that you can see that in semi-finals. You get a bit nervy, and you probably go away from what you're really good at, and we did that, but managed to get us foot back in there together, and I'm proud of them for that.
Ruby, obviously returned to Wembley. How exciting is that?
Oh, buzzing. Just yeah, I think we made it really hard for ourselves today though, but can't wait to get back there and hopefully get the win this time.
You're confident you can get the job done this time? Obviously it was a tough afternoon last year.
Yeah, definitely. I think if we work together, we'll get it this time. Yeah. Sorry.
Keara, obviously you had a tough personal time this time last year with the suspension, missing out on Wembley. It must be really pleasing to get, hopefully, the chance to go there this year.
Yeah, 100%. Obviously, we talk about things what build you all and push you through in them times, and I think like today that was one of the drivers of me just pushing through the hard times. And sometimes you miss out on those opportunities, but it's what you come off the back of that, and I think it's exciting what we're building here, and it's a personal one, so yeah, really excited and just so over the moon.
Lois, what did you say at half time? Was it a case of just sort of
I think she's laughing, yeah.
Was it just a case of sort of clearing up the errors and completing sets and stuff?
Yeah, I won't say it word for word, but just a bit disappointed that we hadn't really stuck to what we'd set out to do, and that we knew played into our processes. I think the girls need to understand that when they keep the ball and complete and they do the things on their term, I don't personally believe any team will deal with us this year. But because we weren't doing that and tried to play as individuals at times, I think that was our sort of downfall. But certainly questioned how much we wanted it, because I thought that Wigan really dug in that first half, and we had to find a response where we give it even more than them, and we were sort of in control and did things on our terms. And when they did that, I think they could see how much easier it was to manage the game.
That forward rotation seemed to work really well as well with Zoe and Grace. Obviously Zoe got the try just before our time. Yeah,
I think that they're both very similar but different players, which sounds like a weird thing to say. I think that when you can have one on the bench and one starting and rotate them, they're both just great athletes. They carry really hard. Zoe is exciting getting that arm over the top and trying to get that leg speed, and Grace just wants to take everyone out who runs anywhere near her. So we knew that we needed to be really dominant in the middles, and them two bring a total contrast, and it seems to be working well when we can interchange them two. It's great to have both strength on and off the bench.
And you'll play Saints now in the final. Obviously what happened last year. How much will you sort of play on that emotion and wanting to right the wrongs as you get there in a few weeks' time?
I think just for us returning to Wembley, whoever that's against, I think the big thing for us is about fulfilling our potential. So I think we'll be definitely looking at us as a group rather than anything outside of that. I think we know we had enough to get the job done last year. We certainly know that we've added in strength and depth this year. So it's very much about us, and we all play at Leeds and a club like Leeds because we want to be the best, and we believe we've got that within our camp. So we just need to focus on us and go get the job done, because we're not just going to be there.
And before I come to Keara and Ruby, just what did you make of their individual performances this afternoon?
I think obviously Keara had a big stint. She had to play 80, but in a game where we didn't quite get control early enough, she stood up and did that for the team and led us around the park. So great. And then Ruby again took a knock and just carried on. And I think that's what's great about the group. They're really resilient, really tough. And obviously Ruby's kicking game. You spoke to her about returning to Wembley, but I think the amount that she's matured over the sort of past, 6 to 9 months, 12 months if you want to call it, is incredible. And she's a young player but she's a special player, so we can say that about a number of girls within our camp. We've got some senior, some young, but been there last year and been able to go back and having that year under the belt, I'm excited to see him do that, and I'm sure that he feel a little bit more settled as well.
Keara, I'll come to you. As Lois mentioned, you played the full 80 out there in the middle. Just how tough was it, especially in conditions and heat like that?
Yeah, really tough. The heat didn't do us any favours. And also when you're defending back-to-back sets, it's horrible, and you're getting the washer effect. But, we pulled together, and I can't take anything away from the desire of the girls, Made it tough for ourselves, but, we bought in and we're going to Wembley, so yeah.
Just talk us through your try as well. It was the one that sort of put you outside of Wigan. Just talk us through that.
Well, I always have Leon in my head saying if we've got Amy on the outside with barely any numbers, give it to her. And I thought, I'm in here, so took the risk.
Got the reward.
Got the reward. But yeah, it's good to get over for one.
And on the back of what obviously has been mentioned happened at Wembley last year, and the fact you missed out, did that serve as almost an extra motivation going into today to get there and be able to play there this time?
Yeah, 100%. Like, adversity fuels your fire. I got an injury at the back end of the season as well, so coming from the back of that, I just wanted some form and consistency. But we're here to win everything this year, and you don't want to be at a team who's not going to go and win it all. So yeah, really excited.
Ruby, I'll come to you. Just what were the celebrations like in there afterwards?
Oh, so good, wasn't it? Yeah. No, everyone's dead giddy. So just buzzing to be going back and hopefully get the win this time.
I should ask you about your kick-offs, because they really caused Wigan loads of problems today, straight from the off as well, which obviously led to your try. Is that a deliberate thing?
Yeah, it's something we've been working on in training and previous games, and it's pulled off, so...
You've got to give him a name drop or he'll never forgive you.
You've got to keep name drops now.
Yeah, Leon.
He loves it,
yeah, assistant coach Leon, who could take the credit for that.
Yeah.
You've got to do it though. Tell him that.
Yeah, I will do.
And just finally for me, that playing at Wembley last year, ahead of it this time, do you feel like you've grown as a player since that first time and that disappointment last year?
Yeah, definitely. I feel more comfortable now and starting to get all my confidence back. So I were only back from ACL one like a few months. So I went from playing at Dewsbury Moor to Wembley in the space of 3 months today.
I think people don't probably realise the sort of journey that Ruby's been on. We see her as this sort of calm, composed player playing at Wembley last year, but Ruby had it quite tough in terms of when COVID hit. Had knee surgery, didn't you? And you had quite a prolonged return. She managed to get in and do some recovery with the first team, whilst we had different rules in that COVID sort of bubble and period, which seems ridiculous now to look back on. But she had to work really hard to get back, given the time that her injury occurred and the lack of game time. So yeah, I think it's credit to Ruby where she is in terms of how hard she's worked to sort of get this form now.
Cheers, congratulations.
Thank you.
All good.
Okay, Ruby. Sorry, by the way, you obviously came off just before the end. You all right?
Yeah, I'm all good. Very good.
Shannon
didn't play. Is she going to be okay for Wembley?
I think you can try stop her if you want. Is what I would say with that. She's sort of broken a finger at the top, so it's one for us to manage over the next couple of weeks and see what we do. But Shona is chomping at the bit and ready to go today if you asked her. So yeah, I'm sure we'll see her at Wembley.